Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me for Overly Complicated Readings. Trust me, I can overcomplicate anything, and I will explain to you how that happens, how it came to be. So let's say hi to some people. Good to have everybody here. Jane the Secret Tarot is here. Notification engaged. Excellent. And just to keep everybody in the know, I am a guest tomorrow for Tuesdays with TarotStache exclusively on Jane the Secret Tarot. So that's a place you want to click the notification bell as well. You don't want to miss that. Galaxy Dreamer is here. Orshi, good to see you. Great to see you. TarotStache is here. Okay. Holly Johnson is here. Hello. And yes, Orshi, I can overcomplicate these things. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Kristen Louise said, Gerald started bullet journaling or bullet pointing my mom's eulogy. It's going very well. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad that is helping. So that's wonderful. And I see Jen is here. Hi, Jen. Great to see you. I believe it's either late on Monday or early on Tuesday. Robin, Toadstool Tarot is here. Hi, Robin. I haven't seen you in a live for a while. It's nice to see you. Silver is here. Hi, Silver. Thank you for the emails, and I will be getting back with you. Pierrette is here. Hi, Pierrette. As We Heal Each Other by Pierrette White, PW. Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, has arrived. Good to see you. Amanda Carroll, nice to see you. Jonathan Daly. Jonathan Daly is Drive Lurking, and just so that you are also aware of this, on Tuesday, I am hosting readings with Jonathan Daly, and they are at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 BST, and we are going to be reading with the Robin Wood Tarot. So we will. That should be fun. Integrative with Healing with Sadhana is here. Good morning, Sadhana. Thanks for being here. And Purple Elephant Deb H is here. Hello. Deb, I sent you an email. No pressure. And, Robin says, I've been having my cards overly complicate my readings lately. There you go. And, Michelle Marie is here mentioning all of the best chatters. Yes. And so that you are aware of it, on Wednesday, I am a guest on doing readings with, here we go. Wait a minute. I'm trying to do this nicely. Astrological Tarot and Twillo Lifestyle. We're doing readings, so it's nice to. It would be nice to see all of the best chatters there. I don't know if I'm going to simulcast it, but I could. We'll see. We'll see. And more people are coming in. Heather, good to see you, Heather. And Rishi is here. Rishi, you can post a question. I'm going to be very selective about which readings that I do today because it's going to be a complicated thing. Go ahead and post them in. We'll see how it goes. So I am only doing a limited number of readings today. So because they're overly complicated. And Robin said, what can one do going through a spell when the cards don't make any sense? Mix the cards up, read a different deck, move to different, move to a different style. I don't know. That's a good question, Robin. And Jen said 4 a.m. Tuesday. Whoo, girl. Calla Lizzie is here. Hello. Overly complicated. I'm stunned. Oh, just give it time. Linda Day Gonzalez is here. Hi, Linda. I sent you an email with the link. So, and that's just between, Linda and me. So, okay. Yes, all of the best chatters are looking gorgeous. And Jane the Seeker said, all of the best chatters, I'm nap lurking. I might have to catch the replay. You take care of yourself. Yeah. And all right. Morella is here. Hello. Good to see you. And yep. Lisa Keller said, hi, Gerald. Your video from yesterday with Karen, I would like to watch it again. I can't find it with your other videos. It is there. It's under the lives. Look under the live tab because it's still there. If you can't find it there, look in your view history because it should still be there. So, or she is editing videos. Good for you. Yes, everybody's doing the Vogue for me. Julie Kushia Watts is here. Hello, Julie. And good to see you. And Julie, Patrick, and Jamie and I are going to be having a conversation later this month about why people should learn astrology. So, and Maruta is here. Hello. Good to see you. Just getting caught up. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Beth is here. Hi, Aspasia Rising. Good to see you. Doing a reading on my love life. It's complicated already. There you go. Yeah. Robin, I love resetting a deck. And I also have selenite slabs that if a deck is giving me a hard time, I actually put a deck between the selenite and I leave it there for a period of time. So that could be something that is helpful. Lisa is here. Hello. And I'm sorry I've missed some people, probably. Hypnicity, hello. And just catching up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And Jackie Jacaranda is here. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. And okay, so here's what I have done. I was watching, and there's links to this in the description below. I was watching Kelly Bear do some circle punching on some cards. And I was also watching Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot, doing that. And I thought, ooh, wouldn't that be fun? And to do. So what I did, and oh yeah, your selenite jail is impressive, Gerald. Hey, if you need to go in a timeout, you need to go in a timeout. So there you go. So, yeah, we should all do that with the politicians. Selenite jail. And Jonathan is not ignoring, just focused on driving whilst carefully doing what needs to do. And yep, circle punching makes me think of Deanne. Yes. And yep, people have seen Deanne's circle punching. So in the description below, I've actually talked about where Deanne and I did a catch up. So what I did was I purchased a circle punch, not endorsed. It's an anyway punch. I bought it off of the Zon of Amma, and it is a 2-piece. Actually, it's 3 pieces. So there's the circle. You can put that in there, and then I actually can, of course, now I can't even do it. Really. It's already starting to get. So what I've done is I would put a card in there, and then I would actually, I could see the circle and where it would punch. I actually have some support with me today, and please welcome everybody. Purple Elephant Deb H. Hi, Deb.
Hello.
This is last minute. I just sent this out to Deb and saying, hey, if you want to join me, feel
And
free.
I had to grab a cup of coffee.
Oh, well, of course. So I was just telling them how I did the circle punch. So this way I could actually see the image of the card that I was punching.
Cool.
And I started with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck that I got. Not sure how I got it. And everybody's saying hi, Deb. And
Hello, everyone.
it is a trim deck. And then I did a Deviant Moon Tarot because I like the Deviant Moon. And then I did Light Seers because I thought, wouldn't it be fun to see what it looks like? And then I had an extra copy of the Druid Craft. So basically what this looks like, everybody, is, and people are loving your hair color.
Oh, thank you. I just did it this morning.
Oh, nice. And, ooh, Circular Deviant Moon. Hi, Patchwork Tarot, Jennifer. Good to see you. Karen Johnson is here. Hello. So essentially, what happens is I have, oh, look, I'm the star.
It is your channel.
It is my channel, yes. So what you end up is you end up with a card that has a big circle punched out of it. So what I have done is I have all of these cards, they're circle punched, and part of the challenge was part of the fun of it is figuring out where to punch it. So the circle means something. Hi, monkey. The circle means something, and the remaining card means something.
Yes.
So that you could see it. And I trust me, I won't be talking too long about this. Yes, it is like Romper Room. You have spare copies of all of these. I actually do have spare copies of all of these, Robin, and I actually I picked up the Light Seers on sale so that I could do this with it. And if your kids get bored, they can just try to fill in the punch out circles into the right cards. Yes, they could actually. That's a beautiful idea. So you have something like this on the Light Seers. So okay, so there's that. I've done that. I'm trying to keep these up so that I can use them. Druid Craft. And by the way, I actually used this because I could actually get in to wherever I wanted on the card to find the perfect the perfect space for it. It's like that. It's the Ace of Cups. So anyhow, so there's that. And see, I'm overly complicated and I have so much stuff. And Robin, of course, says, I'm thinking there's a hole. I spot a hole in this plan. Probably. And then I also did the Deviant Moon, and I liked the borderless. So right now, if anybody would like a reading that is overly complicated, that is for entertainment purposes only, please go ahead and type it in. I am only doing a limited number of reads. And Deb is here to support me to see if I've missed anybody. And also to gain some insight if you care to. So, okay. Will the upside down, my life is upside down. Will I make it through? Yes, I got you, Rishi. So, I should probably do the banners. If you want a reading, there you go. Okay. So then, okay, everybody's like, going, so what does that mean, Gerald? Well, how I use these is then I have put in all of these circles in here. Can you see those? You can't. I have mixed all of the circles together and I put them in here. So they're all mixed together. So when I do the reading, if I do that, can you see? There you go. They're all there. I mixed these last night. Okay. Look how delicious monkey's foot is. Gotcha, Rishi. Okay.
He chews on his nails.
Well, okay. So Heather is listening and listening, lurking and listening. I think it's pretty cool. So I've done some readings with it. So let's see what we can do. And so then what I do is I pick which deck I want to use as the base, and then I pull out the circles, and then I put them inside the circle punched card. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Does that make sense to all of you? Linda Kelzer is here. Hi, Linda.
Well, it makes sense to me because I've seen you do it before.
Yeah. So, and again, this is the hole punch or the circle punch that I used. It's fine. I got it off of the Zanavama. So I'm putting that away. All right, everybody, thank you very much for being here. All right. Rishi would like some guidance from Spirit to improve my motivation levels. And Jennifer, I've got you. And again, let's go ahead and pause on the readings because I doubt I'm going to get to all of these. So, because right now I have 7 starred.
Because this is overly complicated readings.
Overly complicated. Linda said, this is on a level with defacing books for me. It makes my teeth itch just imagining punching holes in cards. I get it. But these are duplicates, and some of them purchased specifically for this. So, all right, I'm going to. Let me put Rishi back up there. So
I'm going to hide myself for a moment because I left something playing.
Okay. And I'm going to do this so people can see. And all right, Rishi, you'd like some guidance from Spirit to improve your motivation levels. So what I'm going to use is I am going to use the Light Seers Tarot. And I have you small so that people can see what I'm doing.
That's fine.
Okay. And I did see Rishi here. Rishi, let me know you're here, because don't make me get the phone out. Now, see, I'm trying to get, okay, so Rishi, motivation levels, guidance from Spirit. And one thing that you have to be careful with is you can't riffle shuffle these. Thank you, Rishi. So you got to overhand depending upon how they are. So I am going to. This is the first time I think I've done this on live. So I'm like, uh-oh.
Calla Lizzie has a question you might be interested in answering.
All right, let me star that, and I want to go to I want to finish up Rishi's because I'm sort of there.
Okay.
Listen to me, I'm sort of there. Okay, Rishi. Thanks for being here, everybody. And if you like this and you think I should do more of it, let me know. So what I'm doing now is I'm pulling out the circles to match with these, and okay. So I pulled 4 cards, Interesting. Listen, man, I'm doing that thing that everybody hates. The thing that tarot card readers, and Deb, if you have any thoughts on things that I show you, please please pipe in. So what we're doing is we're blending the energies of both cards, and we're creating a new image. So this is the card. It is the 10 of Swords from the Light Seers and the 4 of Swords from the Druid Craft. So I think this is very interesting because I go back. I like this. Part of this says to me visually, you need to be getting outside and grounding, getting your feet in the dirt, because there's a lot of things going on. And then if I blend the energies of the 10 of Swords, which is the worst of it is over, you've completed that cycle and you're getting ready to move on. And I mix that with the 4 of Swords, that actually indicates a need for rest. It really feels like to me is the time of rest is done. You need to move through. So, Deb, any thoughts on that?
To me, yes, it's the time has passed for rest and it's time to move forward. I think the 10 of Swords really illustrates that with the birds flying away. That it's whatever needed to be done away with or finished, it's time for that to have been done. And now it's time to move to the next thing.
Yes. And there's some good thoughts in there in the in the chat. So I will catch up with those later. And then the next card that we have, your guides from Spirit, we have the Page of Pentacles from the Light Seers and the Knight of Cups. I think that's a really interesting mix there, because what we have is we have the Page of Pentacles actually doing Tai Chi and starting to get that movement. And Tai Chi, I studied Tai Chi for a year, and it's a very slow moving intention, energy awareness movement. And what it says to me with the Knight of Cups embedded in it is that if you move slowly, pay attention to where your emotions go. It's going to help you understand the physical movement of your body and what that does with your emotions and how your emotions impact can be released through movement. I think that's a really interesting thing right after this card, where it's like, okay, the time of resting is done. And now it's time to start moving in a new way. And I like the fact that it's a page and a knight. It's a new path. And like Morella said, start a new path. I would say it's start a new path, do some physical activities, and then pay attention to your emotions.
Yes, because you've got the pentacles representing the earth. You've got the cups representing water. So if you let those emotions bog you down, you might get stuck in the mud.
Yes, that's true.
So you want to make sure that the emotions that you're going forward with on this next step of your adventure are appropriate and not bogging you down.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. And there's some good thoughts there in the chat. Grounding new emotions before they run off with you.
Yes.
That's very nice. And you can see how layering them like this, you could get that layering with just laying out the cards. However, I totally like to overcomplicate it. So, all right. Starting a new path. Tai Chi is amazing. Yep. And I have your question highlighted, Robin. So, so also I have the Light Seers. I have the 9 of Wands with the Druid Craft, 8 of Pentacles. So what this says to me, oh, let me put up Rishi's question again. Part of what that says to me is that your motivation levels have been stalled with the 9 of Wands. You're just sort of waiting. The 8 of Pentacles says you need to keep working at it because you are almost, with the 9 of Wands, you have to stick with it because you're almost done with all of that. And the 8 of Pentacles says you got to keep on showing up and keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. This is actually a really nice mix. I think this is about when motivation is stalled, and what do you got to do? You got to keep doing those small things. You set up the structures, and you show up and do each of those things to help you.
And with the 9 of Wands too, you want to realize that you have the tools. You have them all lined up. So while you're learning and going forward with maybe boosting your education in something, realize that you have everything you need.
Yes. Yes. And work through the wound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, this is that, for me, for my own personal experience, motivation, I lose motivation very quickly, Rishi. And so I do have to set up some structures and working with them. So, okay. So
that could fall into with the 8 of Pentacles, doing the work to get everything in order so that it's easier to move forward. You see where you're going.
Yeah. And I would say don't overcomplicate it, Rishi. Just do something small. Oh, stop it. Don't be like me and overcomplicate it. Just pick one.
As I say, not as I do.
Yeah, but pick one thing and do that for a week, and then add one thing to it. And it does remind me that this is it's an ongoing process. So, and okay, so the last card that I picked, I find this intriguing because we've got so we have the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Mm-hmm. So part of what the guidance from Spirit is, Rishi, is step away from the feelings that you have of I'm not motivated for whatever reason. Step away from those so that you can move on and you can celebrate those small successes with the 6 of Wands.
The Wands also, they're a fire card, an action card. So if you're walking away from something, you're walking toward something else.
Yes.
And that is the movement of that can be a success. Count every small success.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's the thing from my own personal experiences is if I've wanted to track habits, I've actually, I put an X on a calendar so that I could actually see the progress. I've done all of that stuff for today that I said I was going to do. And then tomorrow, the idea of is just trying not to break the chain. Mm-hmm. So I think it's an important thing is to really, the Page of Pentacles again, start something, do something small, see where your emotions take it, and then celebrate the fact that you've done that. I think the two of these cards together are really interesting.
I do too.
Yeah, you walk away from something, and I love how visually you know, this card, you see the back of somebody, but it really, it flips it a little bit, Deb. Like you said, you're walking away something and you're walking towards something.
Yes.
And we get to see the attitude about it. And so I'm also thinking, Rishi, is your spirit is here to help you. They're not, I mean, you know, they want you to be successful. And so I would say keep in mind the importance of working with and paying attention to. It's that flow of action and emotion. It's the finished up, being over, being really done with it, and the 10, and then the 4 of needing periods of rest, because nature actually does rest. So you're not going to run a marathon by buying a pair of shoes and putting them on.
And make your goals small enough that you can reach them. Don't go. It's okay to look at the end, the finish line, but in the interim, you need to be able to see something that you can actually attain.
Yes. And here's something is that's interesting, Rishi, is we have the 9 of Wands, and then in the 8 of Coins or Pentacles, it is actually, the image is somebody who's using a forge. So they are using fire to pound those pentagrams out. Yeah. And I think it's an interesting way is we have this fire right here, the fire in your belly. If you want to be different, that can be enough to help you actually show up and to actually really, really invigorate you. And Rishi said that's good advice. Thanks, Deb. Or Deb, thanks.
You're welcome.
Rishi, you are the first person to ever receive an online reading, an overly complicated reading with the circle punches. How was that for you? I appreciate you being willing to do that. Did it give you some insight? I hope. And there's a lot of chat going on, and
they have some excellent ideas about the cards.
Yes, best chatters ever. So, okay. Or she said, plus the 8 is on top of the 9. They are forming a line showing that it's a process, takes steps.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, small steps. Oh, you're welcome. And let us know. And remember, small steps. Small steps. And enjoy spirit and enjoy that you know, doing movement, and then how it connects with your emotions. Fatima is here. Oracles of Healing Light is here. Hello. And Heather said this reading is helping me. Good. And Heather wants coffee. Morella is having coffee, and Calla Lizzie needs something after that. So, okay, here you go. Small steps, and spirit is with me and taking care of my physical health and emotions.
Yes.
Yes. So beautiful. So Robin asked, thanks, Rishi. Robin asked, let me see. How do you get them to stay in place? Do you temporarily tape them on the back? No. Simply what I did is I just put them inside. And because the cards that I have, they have some thickness to them. So I just sort of put them like that. And by the way, here's another thing that you could do with these. I could actually use this deck with my light seers that has not been circle punched.
You could.
No, I do not. Listen to me. No, I do not. No. I only have 2 copies of the Robin Hood, so
And they are spoken for.
yes. And yeah, this is artistic too. Aw.
Yes, I thought that was nice.
Boy child has presented them with tea. That's nice. So, okay.
Yes, you could, Heather, make a joke about Halls.
You could. You could.
Many of us probably could.
So here's the other thing is you could, here, let me show you. Because yes, I do have multiple copies of the Light Seers because it reads well for people. Again, let me just pull out this, and because this is an interesting thing to consider is as we look at the layering, I have the 3 of Pentacles. If I were to put this on top of that, it gives a different message, doesn't it?
It does.
And in fact, it gives a different message each time I place it with the card. So
Yeah.
there is another way to layer. I have not done that yet, but I think it's very interesting. And yes, part of the challenge, everybody, was figuring out where to punch the circles and still have something on the card. Ooh, look at that.
You could also use the punches layer them onto a card, a whole card, and get a different message that way.
Absolutely. See now everybody's overcomplicating this. This is great.
Yes.
This is great because, okay, so let's show what you're talking about. And all right, so here we go. You know, I could layer that, and this is a very interesting way of this could really work for helping with the storytelling aspect of it.
It could.
So, okay. I did see. What have you done to the precious? I have actually. It's a special. I bought it just for this, Chris. It's okay. It's really okay. So let me put that back. Okay. Now after that, I need a sip as I put all of these cards back. And as I said, everybody's going to figure out how to mix them. You can't riffle shuffle.
Right.
But
Callie Liz asked about fake decks. How have you addressed that?
Okay. Wait a minute. I think I highlighted that. Yes.
You did.
Yeah. Why haven't I made you giving you access? What about using fake decks for hole punching? I mean, you can't sell them on or give them to anyone, but I'm not sure if they should be used at all. Kelly Lizzie, this is a very good question. It's a question that you're going to have to figure out what you want to do. To be honest with you, I actually started using a counterfeit copy of the Deviant Moon, and because I figured I'm just going to get rid of it anyhow. But to be honest with you, having a counterfeit deck in my collection, it's just not the energy that I want. So that's why I went ahead and I wanted to see what it was like. Actually, the legit deck whole circle punched better than the other one. So,
of course it did. Of course it did. But, yeah. So it's a subject each reader needs to address on their own with using their own judgment.
Yep. It's an ethics question, and you figure out your own ethics. What are you comfortable with? And the thing that I would say about that is they're your ethics. You don't have to force them on anybody else. So,
Right.
And Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot, who is the live that she and I did, is linked below. So, so it's great to see you. Busy work day. And what did Chris say? That card you held up is like the work commute. Was that the that may have been the, ooh, I forgot which one it was. Sorry. I have actually I've missed people in chat, so I hear you. They just sit there and I have no idea what to do with them. Thanks for addressing it. There's some people who have burned their decks, burnt fake decks. I actually am burning some of mine because I'm going to make black salt using them. Stay tuned perhaps for a woo-woo witchery and coffee club or a magic tool talk about black salt.
Yes.
And Chris said, because it's a journey, one that we need to be emotionally psyched up for, and you go there to work hard. Well done, Chris. So Jonathan says he used fake stack for thank you cards and journaling about authentic cards. So, and yeah, the OG Circle Punch Maven. And it was I saw it on Deanne's. I saw it also on Kelly Bear, who also talks about somebody else doing it. So it was a mix of the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Pence. Yes, you were right. So, all right. Black salt. Trust me, I'm doing it. Yes.
Said black salt, please. Yes.
Black salt talk. We'll get it into the schedule sometime. I think we're working on. Are we on October of 2027 for
something like that? Yeah,
something like that. Oh my gosh. So
the list is long.
the list is long, and the list is a lot of fun. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, Deb is with me tonight for Caffeinated and Unfiltered at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Angela and Val and Cleo and Allison and I will be there.
Yeah.
So, okay. And Veronica Jude, the goddess, was also the one who did it. Okay. Black salt, adding black salt. I will add, I'm writing that down. So
lots of black salt, lots of interest in black salt.
Yes. Okay. All right. Are we ready for another one?
Sure show.
Yes. And so for that, we're, everybody, here. This section of the video is brought to you by the word discombobulated. Everyone say it with me. Discombobulated. Discombobulated. Characterized by confusion or disorder. Feeling discombobulated? Just like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Discombobulated. There you go. I'm going to put you back up here with me.
Deanne said we already had this word. We have, and I have been using it in conversation ever since.
Did you just call me out, Deanne? Oh, and Debbie is using the word all the time. So, okay, but if something is discombobulated, why is nothing ever combobulated to begin with? I have no idea. Yes. All right. So, Stacy May W. Catitude. I'm going to, you want a complicated reading? There you go.
She said she may have to leave, but it's very important to her, so please if you wouldn't mind to go ahead and read if she's
We
not.
will absolutely read it. Yes. Dang, you're good. I didn't see that. So
I
thank you.
know you didn't. And I don't know where it is now, but I
Stacy's still
definitely
here.
saw it.
Okay, so Stacy, my life is upside down. Will I make it through? Okay, this is where I'm going to put the cards out. And for this one, I am using the the light seers, the deviant moon. But so, and here, I have to, I have to turn these cards over so that I actually do it. And what I'm interested in is, oh, and somebody was mentioning that, yes, I write on them in a Sharpie, and because they're my cards and I can do whatever the heck I want with them. And
Yeah.
sometimes I write on them just to help me understand the meanings of the words. Okay, how interesting. 3 of the 4, I have ended up with somebody do the math. I have 4 decks and there's 78 cards in each deck. And 4 of my cards out of 4 of the Deviant Moon, 3 of them actually have a Deviant Moon insert. So
Wow.
So Stacy, I have the 10 of Cups with the Magician in it. And let me put the Magician in a little clearer. The short answer is yes. You're going to make it through. Part of what it is all of this wonderful emotional fulfillment that is there is because you have been creating it. So you are responsible for that. And the Magician card in here is an important one because the Magician is going to mix it up and is going to be able to figure out, okay, what do we need to put where? So
yes, the Magician has the answers.
Yes, the Magician has the answers.
And you are the Magician.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, Calla Lizzie. Calla Lizzie said she was assured there would be no math. You did not hear that from me, but apparently it's 317 cards. So there's 312 circles. And yes, Jonathan, I do mix them up. So Stacy, this is one you have been responsible for creating the life that you have. And so here we go. Oh, this is okay. Now I'm getting chills. I don't know how you're going to react to this, Deb, but I have the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands from the Light Seers.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, this is an opportunity to plan. What do you like that you have? What's this is the planning the long trip, and the 10, the inset is it's really about what are you not wanting to have in your life anymore. Let that go so that you can move on. And isn't this interesting because we have the 3 is looking off into the past.
Yes.
10 is looking into the future.
Yes.
So what you plan now, what you take from what you've done now is going to help guide you to the next thing.
Yes.
So any other thoughts on that, Deb?
Just the plan to let go of the burden.
Yes, especially because
will not be the burden.
Yeah. I mean, the Magician is the one who's going to be knocking over some of these cups. And the Magician is the one who's going, okay, now where are we going? And understanding what needs to happen. And then we have the Moon with the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of wand energy today. So how's that? Isn't that an interesting look?
That is interesting.
It's a very, very interesting look. And this is where laying these out and then creating something new with them. It's a new visual. So the moon, the phases of the moon would allow you to nurture that inspiration and that energy, the emotion that's going on. You are a creative person, Stacy, and you do a lot of stuff. And by the way, if you haven't been over to Stacy May W. Catitude, go over, watch the videos. She does a lot of stuff where she's creating. So I think also as I'm okay, the moon is stuff that we can't necessarily see, but we feel it. And the queen, it looks like she's got a lot of, I mean, this image looks like she has a lot of hands. She's able to balance all of this. So it's like the magician has grown more hands, has become
Yeah.
cop. And go ahead.
Well, I was thinking about the moon being sometimes having to do with secrecy, and wands being a fire element, that you have the ability to light up whatever's being hidden.
Yes. And the Queen of Wands makes me think about the 10 of Cups, because fire and water equally or put in together creates steam, and it can move things along. So, and Chris says, your cards are definitely picking up on the overwhelm. First card we have of a cup expert who has randomly been handed a wand and a sword and a pent as well, like WTF again. And then we have the 3 of Wands with the 10 of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
And this also feels, Stacy, is I think part of it is it feels like you are constructed to do multitasking. You can do this, and it is overwhelming, as Chris said. And so the last card that I have for you, Stacy, is the 2 of Swords with an inset of the 9 of Wands. So we've had a 10 of Wands, we've had a 9 of Wands, a 3 of Wands. So I'm wondering if I'm I don't know. I'm wondering if you're overwhelmed because you're trying to carry too much, and so there can't be any action, because the 2 of Swords is a bit of a stalemate. Choices, more options, and having too many options can overwhelm you. What do you see in that, Deb?
I'm thinking that it's a call to downsize. Look around at what's going on. Choose the most important thing that's going on. One or two, maybe 3 things, and concentrate on those. And then as your life starts to turn back upright, then tackle some of the other smaller things. But I'm feeling like part of the overwhelm is maybe you're trying to do too much.
And we have some good thoughts here. Dan said, or too defensive to make the best decision.
Could be.
And Chris talked about the Queen inside the moon feels like it's saying you'll learn to thrive. Don't wait for the upside down to become right way up, or you're a badass queen who can slay the moon energy. Ooh, I like that. See, look, Chris from Elemental Cartomancy shows up, and dude's a good reader. If you haven't seen him read,
Why not?
Definitely, yeah. Why not? It's certainly leveled up. So Thank you, Chris. So, Stacy, I hope that gives you some insight. I think essentially, yes, you can match this. You can make it through.
Yes.
And here, let me do this. Let me do it like this. So we have, oh, here, let me see if I can stack these. So use what you have, the foundation that you have for planning for the next thing.
Yes.
And then allow the, oh, here, then allow the moon to, you can, if stuff is being hidden, bring it out into the sunlight because you can handle that.
Yes.
So, okay.
Well, and where she says masculine energy, I would say it's balanced energy, balanced feminine energy, balanced masculine energy. So
yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it's a, well, what Deb said. I think it's one of those things of because it is okay if you want to go with projective and receptive. It's receptive energy that is actually being very clear on what they want out, what they want to come in, or it's projective energy that is open to what is going to come in, and they're not trying to control it. They're willing it to balance. Does there need to be a balance of the this is definitely a card of, it feels like indecision, and then here, and again, you could, here you go. Are you having an internal conflict about which way to go? Are you separating yourself and not allowing it to flow together?
And I like the way that's the magician card, isn't it?
Yes.
That magician card is in their belly, so that's zeal, fire.
It's the fire in the belly. Is it the sacral chakra?
Yes.
It's that. Ooh,
Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, getting caught up.
So, and Stacy needed to leave, so I don't know if she heard that last part.
Okay. Thank you, Stacy. You can watch back. I appreciate you, Stacy. Boundaries is here. Hello. And just getting caught up in some of the chat. You and that husband of yours. Yep. There you go. So many beautiful people in here. I adore and miss greatly, but I haven't been able to partake in chat as I've been keeping their dogs away from, I'm going to fill in that blank. Spent the whole time trying to keep dogs away from a bloody toad. So, and, okay. And, wow. Okay. There were some other comments that I have missed. And the next time, Deb, I'm totally giving you the power, Deb. Don't let it go to your head. White Wolf Mother is here. Kristen is here. Hello. Jonathan asked a question about something, and it was early on, and I have forgotten what it was. Okay, Jonathan, do you have the circles mixed together, or do you keep them separated by decks? I have them mixed together. I want them because I like, personally, I really enjoy mixing decks when I do a read, and this is a good possibility to do this. And by the way, if anybody else does this, and they like to join me for readings, or like Deb, who 5 minutes before I went live, I sent her an email saying, hey, if you want to join, feel free.
And if I'd been paying attention, I would have been here when the show started.
Oh, stop. Yeah, you just showed up, so that's cool. And again, it's 312 cards. So in here, I have 312 circles. So Cupcake Facts and Journey is here, likes the mustache. And here you go. I watched a video from Elaine, Tarot Tats and Teas, and she used the words autumnal and whilst, and I thought of you. Aw. Kala Lizzie said, Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of fortune with the moon, lots of female energy. Yes. Yes. And let me let's see some. Cat Mama Meow is here. Hello. Good to see you.
And asked for a hug.
Oh, well, you can have a hug. If you randomly ended up with a matching card in a circle, would you feel like the message was extra important? Abso-freaking-lutely. And in fact, I'm glad you said that, because that was one thing I was like going, when I pulled out all these cards and they were from the same deck, I was like, ooh. So, all right, trying to ward off an anxiety attack. Cat Mama Meows, do drop in. Look around you and type in 3 things that you see around you, and then go get a drink of some water and have a drink, and then tell me that you've done all of those things.
Yes.
Fascinating card possibilities. Yep. With this whole thing. I love it too. And yeah, it would definitely, having that, it would definitely be significant. It would definitely be significant. So, all right. So, Orshi, are you here?
I think
I'm going to play the white courtesy phone. Galaxy Dreamer. Orshi, Galaxy Dreamer. Please pick up the white phone. And for anybody who, here, okay, love, life, advice. So for those of you who are watching this, thank you. Like and subscribe. When we are done, I will put Deb's information in to the description box. I've got 3 things with you this week, Deb.
yes,
Tonight,
I believe so.
yes, tonight, and then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern is another Caffeinated and Unfiltered with Richie from Longman Tarot. And then on Thursday, we are doing a Woo Woo Witchery and Coffee Club.
Yes.
We're thinking about talking about Books of Shadows and Grimoires.
Yes.
So,
and Claudia has
books, oracle decks, and laptop. Great.
And
Good.
drank some water.
Good. Good. Good.
You're not scolded.
Who's scolded? Who scolded you? Oh, no, it's a white courtesy phone. It just means that your time is up. It's all about you. It's all about you. So definitely learning some new things. That's cool. That's cool. And okay, so the white courtesy phone, she may be too young for these.
She may be.
White courtesy phones are things that you would oftentimes see in an airport when they were trying to get a hold of someone. Purple Elephant, Deb H, please pick up the white courtesy phone. So, and okay, so love life advice. Okay. I'm actually using the, what is this deck? Good Lord.
It's the
Druid Craft.
There we go.
It's the Druid Craft. Okay. All right. So, love life advice. one of these days I'm going to figure out how to actually use my that what is it that thing Chris uses it so that you can put in inset or put a camera inside of an image inside of an image. So I once called my best friends over for the Tanoi when they walked in the supermarket, and she was mortified. Aw. See, there you go. I filmed a collection update video yesterday, and I had to Google the name. I was blanking on it so badly. Yeah. Okay.
I do that all the time.
I totally do.
Conversations.
Yep. Okay, so we have so love life advice. By the way, for entertainment purposes only, do not do anything based upon anything I say. So I'm glad you're giving it a try, Claudia. So the first card I got was the Lord or the Emperor with the inset of death. Okay. Not this one. Time to move on. Not this one. I don't know.
He's too authoritarian.
What'd you say?
He's too authoritarian.
He's too unaware of his surroundings.
That too. Mm-hmm.
Too caught up in his head. Look at the size of those antlers and what they are. Look at the size of the antlers, and they're just weighing down too heavily on his head.
Yes.
So, Thomas Terry, your way is here. Hello. My love life is dead. Okay, so cool. Thanks. Well, dang. And okay, so, and then we have the wheel with an inset from the Deviant Moon of Justice. This is an interesting image, isn't it? It
is.
Yeah. And so this is you. Interesting. This is you telling you readjusting what the universe has given you. Okay.
And making it balanced.
Yes. Oh, and making it balanced. Yes. Because things grow and change, and you're now actually you're clarifying exactly what it is for you.
Yes.
And so that the universe can deliver.
So, and Debbie, what she said about the other guy.
Oh, in layman's terms, a narcissistic asshole.
Yes.
Oops. He's dead inside. Yeah. Well, we called that one. So.
Yes.
Oh, and Death to the Emperor. So this is I actually really like this card after this.
I do too.
Because when somebody is a narcissistic a-hole or they're dead inside, then you need to reset yourself, because you are freaking worthy of love, because you have it, you can share it, you can receive it. And so now it's time to oh, look at that. I have the Two of Cups with the World.
Oh.
So yeah, I think there's going to be something perhaps coming up soon. Something that is mutually beneficial for you. And I have to balance that out.
More balanced. Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be balance, and it's going to be exciting and scary and a whole new experience, because you're actually it feels like there's going to be, oh crap, it's falling. It feels like it's someone who they are aware of who they are and what they have to offer and what they need. And I actually really like this image. Yeah. So, Orshi, what do you see there? The world keeps showing up, but yeah. Yeah.
And balance.
Absolutely.
So the first one that comes along is going to be a no-go. But then someone who appreciates you and is balanced in their own life the same way you're balancing yours,
Yes.
that's going to be a more appropriate match.
Yes. And it is someone who, when Jeffrey and I were writing our wedding vows, we've seen a lot of people who say, "Oh, you complete me." Well, you know what? No, because I am complete as it is. I want somebody who helps to augment me and support me and really encourages me to be even more awesome.
Yes.
And Chris said, "Oh, the world and the Two of Cups. Your love life is right where it's meant to be," or she.
Yes.
So.
Or she has 2 dates this week.
Date 1 and date 2. Whatever you do, or she, do not mix up the names. Ask me how I know that. So, okay. And then the last card that I have is I have the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups from the RWS. This very much feels like, for me, is you perhaps could be paying attention to the wrong things. It's not necessarily about money or what this person has in the world. It is, walk away from your attachment to that. Look for someone who, be open to somebody who has you feeling a new and exciting way.
Yes.
And not what people expect you to do. Instead, do what you want to do.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's pretty much my thoughts on that. That the opportunity to weigh these two people and see which, it may be tempting to go after the more charismatic, dead inside person, because I don't know, they have things, they're charismatic, they talk a good game, but you said it, or they're dead inside.
Yeah.
The other person may not look like the prize on the outside, but in their heart, they are.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting thing. It's just like going, be willing to see the connection that develops. What is the energetic connection? Because you've already told the universe, screw that bullshit. I want some balance. The
Yeah.
wheel turns. I'm going to turn. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm looking for the balance of the right thing, because you don't need any narcissistic a-holes. So,
no matter how pretty they are.
yes. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. The Emperor has power, but he'll cost you.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. And it calms Claudia, seeing monkey resting on Deb's heart. Aw. Or she, I hope that was helpful. Narcissists love bomb you and are able to become what you want in a partner. Lethal manipulation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I was married to one too.
yeah. So, all right. Wow. That was fun. Or she, how was that? I'm taking a sip. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Let me know. I'm curious about the dates. Curious about the dates. So, they're attracted to empaths.
They are.
Yeah. And Claudia has a support salami and French bread.
Well,
Now I'm hungry.
That reminds me of an old episode of Allo Allo.
Oh, I love that show. Oh my God. That's funny. Okay. So, wow, we have been on for an hour and 15 minutes. I think I'm
Wow.
going to call it because there's so many other things that are going on. I'm putting these back in there. Does anybody have, I'm curious too. Yeah. We have something else in common, Beth. I feel like I got a degree in abnormal psychology after my first husband. Yeah. So, would people who are watching, would you like to see me do this again? And I could probably get through more of them. So good to see you, Jen. So if this is something that you'd like to see more of, I actually have I have one more deck that I'm considering doing this, and I'm considering manipulating another deck or another 2 decks. I told you about that, Deb, cutting them in, cutting them vertically and then cutting them in 4s. But we'll see.
Well, we have 2 votes to do it again, or she and Liz.
Okay. So Jonathan loves this kind of readings. Yes, and no, I will not do it to the Robin Wood. I would if I had a copy of it, but the copies that I have are currently used. So currently allocated. One is a private, and definitely Gerald. I'd love to join you sometime. Yeah, not brave enough. I would be glad to. I mean, my decks are cut, so I've cut my decks, but would love to read with my holes. Stay tuned, everybody. Yeah, and Claudia, it was me. I have manipulated cards by circle punching them and then putting more stuff in there. So crowdfunding the Robin Wood. Yeah. So now I'm TarotStache. That's funny. Thank you for being here, Heather. Yeah. So I'll be glad. I'm glad to do that. So I don't know what you're talking about, Chris. This is live and on the internet. I have no idea. So,
Yes, there are standards we have to abide by.
okay. Yes, there are standards. What inspired me to do that? First of all, it was creativity. I saw Deanne doing it. I saw it talked about on Kelly. Saw Kelly Bear doing it, and then who did she say actually? Who was the person who started it? It was a queen. She called it a queen. So, okay. So, caffeinated and unfiltered today. Deb will be there.
Yes.
Tomorrow, I'm a guest on Tuesdays with TarotStache exclusively on Paying the Secret Tarot. That's tomorrow. Then tomorrow, another caffeinated and unfiltered at 2 p.m. Eastern. Deb, Angela, and Richie, Longman Tarot. This will be his first experience doing this. Please show up for that. Let him know how it goes. So,
yes, it's his first time.
It is his first time. And then Jonathan Daly is joining me tomorrow afternoon, where we're going to do readings using the Robin Wood Tarot. And then I am lucky to be a guest with Michelle Marie and Tanis on Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a Woo Woo Witchery and Coffee Club, which is Deb, Angela, and I. And the plan is what?
That's on Thursday.
That is on Thursday. So, and and then next Sunday, I am doing a laugh and learn on light language with Tuta Speaks and so JJ and Karen. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've got a lot of really good shows. So everybody, just be there.
Yes, you do.
It's all good.
And Chris has come up with a name for that. Yes.
Sphinctomancy.
Yes. I'm not sure if that's the one you want to go with, but
I'm not sure, but I sort of like overly complicated readings. But seriously, Chris, if you want to join me, I'll be glad to hold up the cards so we can. Oh, there you go. Courageous. Yes, creative and courageous. That's Tanis's word. So that's awesome.
Or she will be watching the replays.
Well, of course. Of course. That's why there's replays. That's why there's replays. Yes, I love this too. It's Tiger's Eye. Do you have anything going on your own?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
Just the 3 things coming up this week.
I am like Deb's social, I'm like, hey, by the way, you want to do this? And she keeps saying
he gets me out of the house. So
what's funny is I have, people reach out to me. I'm good to do lots of things. So it's fun. So, all right, everybody. Thank you, Deb. Thanks for joining me. And thank you for, ooh, Chris has said, oh, Liz, I challenge you to find a place I won't go.
Ooh.
I want to pop popcorn and watch that.
Yes.
So, all right, everybody, thank you. You're watching this back. Please give a thumbs up, leave a comment, especially if you want me to do more of these. And, I can invite guests. So, I'm like the cruise director.
Yes, you are.
So, all right, everybody, you take care. Thank you. Thanks, Deb. And
You.
bye.